On today's show, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about Lucas Paqueta and William Saliba, in addition to much more. Oh, let me turn this light on quickly. I forgot to turn this light on. Okay, the light's on. Yes, people. How is everybody doing today? How is everybody doing? We got a lot to talk about, as we always do. Today, there's quite a big update. A former Arsenal target has now been poached by another club within the Premier League. We could potentially a former target, not a current target. One of our January targets has been linked to another club. Arsenal and Mikel Arteta have made a decision over who the new club captain will be. There's a potential rumor flying around that William Saliba's new contract has been put on the table, and it potentially might have been already signed. In addition to that, Arsenal are now the favorites to sign Lucas Paqueta. Yes, Lucas Paqueta, the midfielder who currently is in Lyon, the Brazilian midfielder, has been linked to Arsenal as a potential next signing. Yes, he could potentially be the next signing that comes through the door. But how is everybody doing today? Let me know how you guys are doing. Hope everybody in the chat is doing well. If you've gotten up to this point of the video, okay, we're back, people. But yeah, let me know what you guys are saying in the chat. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Hit that like button and subscribe button while you're at it right now. That would be really great. And let me know what you guys are doing. If you haven't already, if you're watching on the playback, also let me know what you think about the potential links to Lucas Paqueta in the chat, and what you guys think about the player, because we're gonna have to go through all of this right now. First things first, let's talk about the Saliba news, because I think the Saliba news, we can get that out of the way first, as it is more of a rumor and less of a concrete story. So the situation is William Saliba has returned to Arsenal training after being on a couple successive loans. It is good to see that William Saliba has finally returned, right? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Big up, people. Hit those likes. Yes, get those likes up, people. Get those likes up. Paqueta, let's go. Game FC saying Paqueta seems season. Tielemans was a smokescreen. Ha ha ha. You already know the jacket. Yeah, I'm wearing the kit today, guys. You already know what it is. We got the new kit on, looking all spazzy, looking all nice. You know what I mean? What a signing that made you cringe. What? I'm so confused. What are you talking about? If United finish above us, Arteta out. Some people are saying, okay. I've watched comms since work yesterday. I need a lad dancing at the Emirates. Yeah, you guys seen Paqueta dancing at the Emirates. He does that. He does that little dancing. Martinez, get these guys away from. Yeah, Martinez doesn't seem like it's going to be happening at this point. Martinez most likely will be joining Manchester United, ladies and gentlemen. We already know that. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Iga, inform us. We beat what? Informing you, we beat Liverpool 4-0. Yeah, it's preseason. Good preseason win, but preseason wins aren't regular season wins, man. Yeah, that was also Liverpool's like C team. So at the end of the day, you take what you take away from it. You take what you've learned from the game, but you don't get too carried away. Just like we shouldn't be getting carried away over Gabriel Jesus' performance versus the team that we faced, Nuremberg, right? We're going to talk about Gnabry, the Chelsea thing. Once a Gooner, always a Gooner, ladies and gentlemen. Gnabry ain't going Chelsea. Gnabry ain't going Chelsea. We don't got to worry about that. I'm sure we will sign Tielemans. We said, and Mustafa Boss says, we're going to talk about all this, people. We're going to talk about all this. You need to read that correctly. Are you drunk? What are you chatting about? Jesus is clear of Nunez by far. Yeah, Jesus is clear of Nunez by far. That is true. But my man saying Nunez is a flop. Ooh, we're going to have to see. Jesus right now is Premier League proven. Nunez isn't. So we're going to have to wait and see. Koulibaly to Chelsea looks dangerous. You know what? Koulibaly to Chelsea I'll talk to you guys about this right now. Koulibaly to Chelsea, I'm not gonna lie, it's a good signing for Chelsea. The reason being, Chelsea have been able to replace a player that they just got rid of in Rudiger, and I did not think they would be able to replace him so quickly, but looks like Chelsea were just quick and they're able to replace Rudiger just like that. Just like that. And you know what? Koulibaly, he's a baller. We've seen him before. But yeah, Koulibaly's a baller, man. That's a good signing. That is a really good signing for them. And you know what? Best of luck. Hopefully he doesn't do so well because you don't want your rivals to be doing better than you. But yeah, Egal make me mod. Not at this moment in time, my friend. I have a lot of mods already. Egal, pray that we get Frankie De Jong so you can get Tielemans. We don't need to pray to get Tielemans. Tielemans deal is pretty much in our hands. If we want to get it done, we should be able to get it done right now. We just haven't chosen to get it done yet. That is the situation. But yeah, let's quickly go over to the Saliba stuff, right? Let's go over to the Saliba stuff because there's a lot of stuff to talk about when it comes to Saliba. I've seen a bunch of stuff on socials about Saliba. So yeah, let's go quickly. So here's some of the stuff. So first things first, Saliba has returned back to training with the first team at the Emirates. He was at London Coney yesterday, and big reports coming out that Saliba's agent, yes, Saliba's agent and his whole team were there present. And why are they there? Are they just there as moral support? Or was there more to the story? Is it that he could potentially be signing a new deal? Because the room that they're currently in this picture, William Saliba and his agent, Dijabar Nuga, on Instagram in London Coney, where contracts are signed, tend to be signed in that room. Contracts tend to be signed in that room. And you could see here the Instagram post from his agents right there, and he was in that room. Could it be a hint that Saliba has signed a new deal? Could it be a hint? They even did a video. We even got a video of it. So let me just show you guys the video. As you guys can see here, this is Saliba's agent in the room where players tend to get new deals over the line. That is the room that players tend to get new deals over the line. And if you think I'm joking, this is the same room where, if I'm not mistaken, Saliba himself got his contract extension. I mean, got his original contract about a couple years ago. Yeah, and I can pull up the picture. You can see it in a second. But yeah, it does look like this. There could be more to this. There could definitely be more to this. It could be definitely a situation where we see the player end up signing a new deal, because you can't lie, the rooms do look, the room is the exact same room. Egal fresh in the new kit. Thank you. Parents are lawyers. Okay, what are we talking about here, people? I kind of lost track of where we were. Arsenal love playing against Koulibaly. Yeah, we did play well against Napoli that time. Egal, did you get your name back? What, Egal, did you get the name on the back? No, I didn't get any name on the back. It's just blank. I don't put a name on the back of the kits, man. I keep the kits blank. There's no need. But yeah, just to show you guys, there was another portion of this update. Now, it wasn't just that Saliba was there and his agent were there. There was, I don't know if you guys know this guy, but there's an account out there who is, I don't know the credibility of this account, but they do tend to speak a lot about transfers and everything else. So we're just gonna look at it quickly to see what you guys think. He spoke about the Saliba news, and he said something around across the lines of, yeah, Con Marble Halls. I don't trust this Twitter account 110%, because I need more cooperation from other accounts on the same story. because you've yet to have Fabrizio or David Ornstein or Charles Watts or any of these other accounts speak on Saliba's potential contract. But he's saying William Saliba's agent is in the spotting house discussing a new contract for the player. Final touches being put together for the contract extension. Arsenal center back, the player has impressed on his loan spell, and he's close to doubling his current wages and being gifted the number 2 shirt. Now, there's rumors that he's being gifted the number 2 shirt, but there's also rumors that he's not getting the number 2 shirt and that he might be getting the number 12 shirt, because I seen today on socials something across the lines where I forget who tweeted it. Someone tweeted it, something about the 12 shirt. One second. Saliba had the 12 shirt on. I swear I seen it somewhere. Let me just get that up for you guys. But yeah, so something across the lines where Saliba has the number 2 shirt, but it's now being confirmed that that same image that we've seen in the thumbnail is actually him wearing the number 12 shirt, right? So you can see there he's wearing the number 12 shirt. Could that be his shirt number? Possibly. But at the same time, just so you guys know, you don't have to actually wear your original shirt number when you first arrive. What they do is they just gift you whatever shirt they have, and then you rock that until your shirt number is actually decided near the end of preseason. So this whole thing could just be a situation where we don't know. His shirt number could still change. At this moment in time, we just have to wait and see. It's not 100% guaranteed. William Saliba will be wearing number 12. Bellerin is still here until he goes with Bellerin. He'll be wearing number 12. I guess so, but we heard reports that he was going to take the number 2 off him. So we will have to wait and see. Will Saliba be wearing the number 12 shirt next season, or will he be wearing the number 2 shirt? It doesn't really matter unless you want to buy a Saliba kit, of course. That is if it's going to matter. But of course, we're going to have to wait and see where we go from here with that kit number. Next, moving on to the big news. Here is now the big news. But before we move on to the big news, let's see what you guys are saying about this stuff. You guys really want to talk about Paqueta's lawyers. I don't know what that's about. 12 is my favorite number. Love to see it. More disrespect for Saliba. What are we talking about? Why is it disrespectful? I'm confused. People, also, we got 75 of you guys in the chat right now. Hit that like button. It is absolutely free. Don't take a second more. Don't waste your time. Hit that like button right now. It helps the channel out a lot. And you guys know when you guys hit that like button, you see how much it helps the channel. So please do that. Show your brother some love. You don't have to throw in a super chat, although that would also be very much appreciated if you did want to do that. But at this moment in time, send in your comments. Let me know what you guys think about Saliba next season and how much pressure is Saliba and these young center backs on next season, especially with the fact that we're looking at every other team improving their attack. Arsenal are going to be under a lot of pressure, and guys like William Saliba, Ben White, Gabriel Magalhaes, they're all going to be on the same pressure next season, going into the next season. But yeah, Fulham apparently are unwilling to pay 11 million for Leno. We're going to talk about that, so I'll save your message for later, Herb Jeans, when we talk about that Leno section of the show. We currently have 80 people in the chat. Do me a favor, guys, hit those like buttons. My guy said, get those likes up, you dorks. I don't know why you're calling them a dork, but I guess people like to be told off. But yeah, let's continue. And people, don't forget, we are here to discuss Arsenal, and if you want to talk about other clubs, you can do it in the chat, but we're not going to go too in depth. Now, I'm going to need your patience because this is the Paqueta portion of the show. This is the big portion of the show. People are talking about Nunez being a flop. People are talking about the Liverpool Man United game. We're going to talk about that. Give it time. Big up George in the house. Big up George. Big up Black Jacket. I see you in the chat all the time. Games FC in the chat all the time. Hope you guys are doing well. But yeah, let's get back into the action. So I'm gonna just go straight into the Lucas Paqueta stuff. and there is a lot to discuss with the Lucas Paqueta stuff. But first things first, let's just go from yesterday's news on Lucas Paqueta. So this is, if you guys don't know Lucas Paqueta, this is Lucas Paqueta, right? In an Arsenal kit. Now, I'm not ready to yet put him in an Arsenal kit and say it's done, it's dusted. None of that. I'm not going to be doing that. But I'm just going to say this guy would look perfect in that kit. I've watched him. I've done my analytics. I've checked my analytics on the guy. I've checked his pressing and everything and his stats just to see how he matches up to what we currently have. He would definitely be an improvement on our with his passing ability. And the reality of the situation is, guys, the reality of the situation is reality. Let me just tell you guys the reality. Xhaka is going to be here for another season. That is just a reality that we have to understand at this moment in time. Xhaka is going to be here for another season. And I'm just thinking, if Xhaka is going to be here for another season, regardless, we need to get more eights in this team, because you can't have Xhaka starting week in, week out, especially when we're in two competitions. Xhaka, guys, is going to still be here. So he's going to have to step up. But in the meanwhile, while he's stepping up, we still need to get more improvements. We still need to get better players. We still need to get more on top of what we currently have. That is the reality. Guys, we're at 92 likes and 92 people in the chat right now. Get those likes up. People want Xhaka to leave, but just, I'm telling you guys now, be prepared. Granted, Xhaka is going to be here for another season at Arsenal Football Club. He's being fully evaluated for this this situation. The club doesn't seem to have any links for Xhaka to leave the club. And with all these potential midfielders that are coming in, Xhaka seems to still be a mainstay in this team. So you're going to see Xhaka in this club next season. That is just a reality, harsh reality that I just wanted to point out before we move on. Because I do think we're going to have another season of Granit Xhaka. And we potentially could even have another season of Hector Bellerin. Yes, Hector Bellerin could also potentially be here for another season. But I do see Bellerin ending up leaving before Xhaka, obviously. I could see him leaving. Xhaka ending his career at Arsenal, possibly. I love Xhaka. He's a role player, but we need to upgrade. I agree. Definitely agree. If we keep Xhaka, we're not going forward. That might be a little extreme, but I hear it because a lot of people have had enough of Granit Xhaka. I completely get it. Could Granit Xhaka be one of those players who has a lot to prove next season for you guys? That is something we're going to have to discuss. Could Granit Xhaka be one of those guys that has a lot to prove? He could potentially be one of those guys who has a lot to prove, because a lot of our players have a lot to prove. But hey, let's go into the Lucas Paqueta things. So first things first, Edu, yes, our director, former Arsenal invincible, has met with Lucas Paqueta. Yes, he has met with Lucas Paqueta. So let me give you guys the lowdown on this quickly before we move on to the next part. If you guys want to take a second, I will read this in a second just to give some of the people a chance to get caught up to what we're discussing. Arsenal are interested in signing Lucas Paqueta this summer and have already informed the players' representatives through Edu Gaspar that they want to formalize an offer for him. Lyon are asking for 80 million euros. This is reported by Goal Brazil. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. This price right here has changed a lot. So rumored was 60 million euros. Then you have rumors where it's 80 million euros. Then you have rumors where it's another 100 million euros. It's circulating all over the place. And if you guys want to watch on TikTok, come join us on EGTV on YouTube. That is where you can actually see the visual of what I'm discussing, and you can see the article itself. So as you guys can see right here, Lucas Paqueta, Brazilian international, Lyon midfielder, has been linked to Arsenal, and it is actually rumored that Edu has officially made formal contact with his representatives. And this is just stage one of the early stages to show that these deals could be happening, right? So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see how valid this is, how this actually is going to play out. Because Lucas Paqueta, if you don't know, he is 24 years old. He's the Lyon midfielder who played about 35 of the games last season. He does have a goal threat on him. He does get involved in the goals. Even when he was at AC Milan, he wasn't that involved in AC Milan's team. He didn't really play so well at AC Milan. But when he made his move to Lyon, he really showed and stepped up a level. Now in the Brazil team and playing for Lyon in the Champions League and the Europa League, showing his skills and quality, he definitely is a player that Edu and Mikel Arteta have identified and said to themselves, he is a step above what we currently have. Now, the next article that you're going to see is this article here, where it's Lucas Paqueta's entourage believe Arsenal will make a bid for the player, as reported by Charles Watts on his YouTube channel. Yes, Charles Watts has reported this. Just so you guys can see, Charles Watts, Lucas Paqueta's entourage believe that Arsenal will make a bid for the player and could potentially fit in as a left-sided 8 in Arteta's 4-3-3, as reported by Charles Watts on his YouTube channel. So not only do they have an idea where they're going to play him, Charles Watts has somehow been informed of the potential place where they would potentially play him. We need to see more about this. We need to find out more about potentially where he could play, but he could potentially play as an 8. That is where he could potentially play on our team as a left-sided 8. Let me know what you guys think about that. Left-sided 8. That means Xhaka would be moving to the bench, in my opinion. A lot of people might be very happy about that. And what would that mean for Tielemans? What would that mean for Tielemans also? We need to figure that out also. But yeah, continue to hit those like buttons, people. Let me know what you guys think about Lucas Paqueta so far. It does look like it's a very promising situation. Then we had an update a couple minutes prior to us going live, where we are now the favorites to sign the player. Yes, we are now Arsenal. Okay, here's the next one. Sorry, just before we get to the final update. Here's the second last update. Lucas Paqueta has been approved by Mikel Arteta and Edu Gaspar. Lyon won't accept less than 60 million euros. So as you guys can see, the price one time was 80 million euros. Now it's 60 million euros. I don't know what the real price is. I honestly don't, because we keep seeing other random prices. So is it going to be 60 million or is it going to be 80 million? Whatever it is. What about the 30 million for Tielemans? I don't know. They said that there was a bid that went in for Tielemans, or they were preparing a bid for Tielemans. We're going to look into that in a second, my friend. Immediately after we're done this, we're going to check out the Tielemans rumors to see if anything new has popped up. But yeah, so that is with that situation there. And this is from a journalist over in, I think, in France, or no, I think this is a Portuguese journalist. Then you have the situation here where Lucas Paqueta, Freddie Paxton, who has been breaking a lot of stories lately with Lucas Paqueta and other stuff. Freddie Paxton has broken a story, and he said Lucas Paqueta has been scouted by Arteta and is a fan. No bid has yet officially been submitted. So here is the big update, the final update. So Arsenal have scouted him. They've watched him over the last season, and Arteta is a big fan and has given his okay for the potential signing of Lucas Paqueta. Now, here's the Tielemans update, guys, in the case that you didn't see it. Tielemans is high on the list, but no offer yet. Assessing options. So why are we assessing options why are we assessing options with Tielemans when we could easily still get the Paqueta deal over the line? This is something that I wonder. Is the Tielemans deal dead? Is the Tielemans deal dead? That is the question we have to ask ourselves. Is the Tielemans deal dead? Is it done? Is it off? Because if the Tielemans deal is off, he's already reported back to Leicester training camp. He's already back with Leicester training. He's getting ready for the new season, but we're not seeing anything about the player potentially doing anything. We're hearing about links to him to United. We're hearing about him being an alternative to Frankie de Jong. We're hearing about him joining Leicester's preseason. We're hearing about all these different things. We heard about a bid like a couple months ago, but I don't know. Personally, Lucas Paqueta for 80 million euros makes no sense when you can get Tielemans and another midfielder for the same price. Personally, I think we should be looking at getting Tielemans and a 6 if we can. But if we're not going to get a 6 and Tielemans, is Lucas Paqueta that much more expensive than Tielemans? Is he that much more better than Tielemans? Is he? Now, really, let me know. Is he that much better than Tielemans? Because you could technically get a 30-40 million pound midfielder and Tielemans for the same price as Lucas Paqueta. Personally, if the reports are true, we need to put this to a poll. If you have a choice, are you going for the 63 million pounds for Lucas Paqueta, or are you going for the 30 million pounds for Tielemans? You guys let me know. Who do you pick? I'm gonna do this poll until the end of the show. Who do you pick? I'm just gonna put, who would you sign? Who would you sign? Okay, done. So who would you sign for Arsenal? Youri Tielemans or Lucas Paqueta? At this moment in time, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm seeing the prices and I'm seeing how much they would go for potentially. And I'm saying to myself, does it make sense? Tielemans is around 30 million pounds and you could potentially allocate those funds somewhere else and get another player in. And then Lucas Paqueta, as much as I rate Lucas Paqueta, does it make sense to be spending around double, even more than double? Because one would cost you around 30 million pounds, the other one would cost you around 67.5 or something like that million pounds. So it's like, who do you spend it on? Who do you spend it on? What would you do? What would you guys do? Because in my opinion, I think Tielemans is actually a good player, and I've been bought in. I've been sold on Tielemans. I bought into the hype, and maybe that's what it is. But I'm thinking the club just walking away from this deal. Maybe we get both. If you could only sign one, who would you sign? You have to pick one. Let me know in the chat, because I'm just looking at the prices, the players' values overall. I'm like, something ain't right. Maybe one of the deals off. Maybe Arsenal's actually doing something different for once, and we're getting squad depth. That would be amazing. But if you had to pick one, right? Basically, pick one. Who would you sign? Okay, so done. I've made the poll, and I put the poll out now. You guys let me know what you guys think in the poll. And I'm gonna get to your points right now, guys. We currently have close to 100 people in the comment section. Do me a favor, let's get this past at least 75 likes. You can do me that favor. It's absolutely free. I'm gonna read all your comments right now. Just before we go back to Freddie Paxton and the outgoings and the Martinez stuff, because this tweet that I put up there has a lot to unpack. So we're gonna get back to everything we need to unpack in a second. But before we do that, let me just go to this tweet here. So you have you have you have uh, Lucas Paqueta or Tielemans. It's going to cost you around 30 million or reported 65 million, 67.5 million. You have to pick between the two players. Who are you picking at this moment in time? In my opinion, in my humble opinion, I'm looking at the two potential signings and I'm saying to myself, which one is going to cost me less? Which one have we worked on more? Which one will be easier to get done? Then we can move on to other targets and focus on other targets afterwards. So it's not a thing where I'm trying to be cheap or anything like that. I'm just trying to be logical with the potential signings of Tielemans or Lucas Paqueta, because who would adjust to the Premier League quicker? Who's actually worth the money? There's so much questions that you have to ask yourselves. So much questions. But luckily, I'm not the one getting paid to answer these questions. You know what I mean? Luckily, I'm not the one that has to work overtime and answer these questions, because these are way above my pay grade. I'm just a fan. But this is why I'm asking you guys what you guys think. This is why I'm asking what you guys expect from Arsenal and what you think Arsenal should be doing. Because if Arsenal are serious, I would say we should allocate the funds properly and get into Tielemans and go and then spend the money on a 6 or a backup left back or something of importance. Because right now, allocating that much money, I don't know. Let's go to your comments. What do you guys say in the comment section? Let's see what you guys are saying in the comment section. People are saying, where was the last comment that we ended at? Okay, here we go. Arteta is building a BTEC city. You got people saying, how reliable is this source? Who? Freddie Paxton. Freddie Paxton, very reliable. Paqueta, people are saying 50 million plus add-ons for Paqueta. So you're saying Paqueta, Vieira is so you like Vieira? Okay. There's nothing wrong with liking Vieira. It's just we did Yuri dirty. Do you feel like we did Yuri Tielemans dirty? Really? Milinkovic-SAVIC all over. Overall, Milinkovic-SAVIC is not on the table anymore. I don't feel like that deal was ever actually serious. I don't know what happened to the SAVIC deal. I haven't seen the SAVIC deal resurface in a while. Someone is confused about Arsenal. Someone is confused about Arsenal deals. Let's just be patient. Someone is confused about Arsenal. Yeah, I get that, bro. Sometimes we just have to wait and see what happens. Paqueta isn't Premier League proven. That is true. Tielemans over Paqueta any day, anytime. Definitely. Arsenal are favorites to sign everybody, but sign nobody. That's not true. We've made a bunch of signings. Lucas Paqueta and Tielemans aren't the same level when it comes to attacking skill. That is true. Paqueta is better in the attack, but of course, Lucas Paqueta is also in a lesser league. So, is it? We have to wait and see. People are saying we're not getting Paqueta. He might go to Newcastle. That is another thing that we have to factor in. Run the likes up, people. 100 likes ASAP. 100%. Anyways, people, on a serious note, we need to talk about this right now. Does Premier League proven matter to you? Let me know right now. Does it matter that one is Premier League proven? Or is it strictly about cost? Let me know. A bunch of signings, meaning Jesus, Vieira. Yeah, we signed Jesus. We signed Vieira. We signed Marquinhos. We signed Matt Turner. We've made like 4 signings. And we're getting Eddie and Kitty a new deal. So we've done some business. Not saying we've done like as much business as Tottenham. Tottenham signed like 5 players, but you know what I mean? It's about quality for me. Is it about quality? Okay. So are you saying he's more quality? Okay. I hear that. The poll is in the chat anyways. So we're going to continue with the poll. in the meanwhile, let's just go to the next part of this. Let's just go to the next part of this article with Freddie Paxton. So the next part of what Freddie Paxton said is he said Torreira, Bellerin, and Leno, etc. also key considering outgoings. So Torreira, we know the situation. Torreira is going to be going to London. Torreira is going to be going to. We know Torreira. He's going to be going to America with the club. He's going to be going on the tour to America with the club. Hector Bellerin, we haven't gotten confirmation if he's going to on a tour with the club to thing either. But with Leno, we have gotten confirmation that Leno will be headed out and he most likely will be sold. Yes, Leno will most likely will be sold. We have been notified that Leno will be sold to Fulham. Fulham and Leno have basically come to an agreement with the player, and at this point, it's just to come to an agreement with Arsenal. I think it will get done. Leno will most likely be a Fulham player come next season, and it's going to be weird seeing him in another kit and everything. But basically, Fulham aren't serious. Basically, let's be honest. This is the reports that's coming out. The reports that are coming out is Leno have been told Arsenal seem to be demanding too much for Fulham. Gunners want around 11 million at this stage in the negotiation. Leno wants the transfer. He's hoping for an agreement. In my opinion, Fulham are trying to say 11 million for a goalkeeper like Leno is a steal. Fulham aren't serious. Some people are saying basically they're just trying to take the piss. They're just trying to take the piss. They're trying to say that is too much money. Fulham don't want to pay the money. Arsenal keep finding themselves in situations where clubs are trying to hamstring us and bully us into giving them deals for much cheaper. But I think 11 million, guys. It's a steal. It's absolute bargain, actually, for a player of the quality of Leno's. But sometimes the people just don't value the player that you're selling. And this just seems like another situation where people don't value the player that we're selling. And we just find ourselves in another situation where it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, honestly. People just want to get players for free when it comes to Arsenal. Iga, would you keep Torreira as a backup for Partey and buy Tielemans? Personally, bro, I don't know if Torreira is going to stick around and be a positive influence in the dressing room. He seems like somebody who, when he throws his toys out the prem quite easily. Fulham are being cheap. Premier League proven German international. Exactly. Premier League proven German international, which they don't even want to pay 11 million for. It's ridiculous, in my opinion. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Moving on to the next one, we're going to be talking about Martinez. The latest update on Martinez. Oh, sorry. Let me just go to the Martinez update from Charles Watts. Big up to Charles Watts. Big up Charles Watts. Regularly watch his channel and see his stuff on content. He's taking a very reserved and cautious approach with the Martinez saga, saying that Manchester United have pretty much completed the signing and it's the deal's done. But in the same breath, saying Arsenal are not ruling themselves out and they're close to this situation, believe they taken a step back from now. So basically saying that Martinez is a done deal to Man United. Arsenal have taken a step back. And that's it. Just close the chapter, close it up, leave it slightly open. But yeah, people are saying read the TikTok comments. What are the TikTok comments saying? There's a lot of comments on TikTok. What signings made you cringe? I don't know. I haven't Willian signing. What do you think about Gamardo? We're not on the Gamardo thing right now. We're gonna talk about him in a second. I don't think that is progressing at this moment in time. We have to wait and see how much further that is. He ain't worth that much money. People are saying Paqueta's not worth that much. People asking about top four. It's too early to talk about top four. I saw Koulibaly to Chelsea, the next Rudiger incoming. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so yeah, let's just people are saying Charles Watson puppet. Hmm, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. He seems like a stand-up guy. Um, Talking about the next thing, guys. In January, I did 15 plus videos on Alexander Isak to Arsenal, only for him to not being linked to us the whole entire summer, and now potentially could be going to Newcastle. Yes, Alexander Isak could be headed to Newcastle. Makes no sense to me. How do we go from being linked to a player every single day on the final day of the January transfer window to not being linked to him once this whole summer, to now only be in July something and the player to be headed to Newcastle, or Newcastle to be supposedly weighing up a bid option. Now, I'm not gonna get you wrong. Alexander Isak would be a risk for anybody. He would be a risk for anybody. But you would think a club that was heavily interested in him before, heavily after him before, would get something done. Wouldn't you? I would have thought so. I would have thought so. I would have thought we would have got something done. But Isak would have been a panic buy. Arteta has learned his lesson. Interesting. So people are saying Isak would have been a panic buy and Arteta learned his lesson. Personally, I feel like Newcastle, they're willing to take these risks because if the player bangs, he could absolutely raise them to another level and he would be a better player than what they currently have. We got Gabriel Jesus. Is Gabriel Jesus better than Isak right now? He's Premier League proven. That is something in comparison to Isak, who would have to come and adjust to the Premier League, and we don't know how that would happen. The January transfer signing, was it a blessing in disguise that we didn't get this deal done? Maybe looking at his goal tally, you could say so. I don't know. Personally, it's whatever. Breaking Madison to Spurs. No way Madison's going to Spurs. What? Let me see. I don't see anything about Madison to Spurs. I don't see no one breaking it. I literally just see like I see rumors, but I don't see any concrete ones. No, nothing concrete. Daily Star, Tottenham have now. Nah, this is from like October, bro. I don't see nothing serious about Madison. I don't see anything serious about Madison. Nope. Nope, don't see anything serious about Madison. So I think you're trolling. Just banter people. People saying Spurs are shit. Spurs pay to make papers. Talk. I don't even know what that means. But yeah, that's enough about that. Honestly, guys, there's not much more to discuss. We've already discussed everything, but there's two more things that we need to discuss. We need to discuss the Serge Gnabry thing. I don't know if you guys seen it, but basically, Serge Gnabry was linked to Chelsea, right? His link to Chelsea then ended up being foiled. It was interesting. So look at this, right? This is the Gnabry situation. I know Gnabry's not coming to Arsenal, guys. I know Gnabry's not coming to Arsenal, but he's also not going to Chelsea. Look at this. So my guy said, once a Gooner, always a Gooner. Gnabry, Bayern, there's a Bayern channel that are saying Gnabry, Chelsea are interested in Gnabry and the club are considering a potential alternative to Rafinha, who wants to join Barcelona. Then you have this journalist here who works for Sky Sports saying, we have been told a move to Chelsea is a non-topic due to Serge Gnabry's time at Arsenal. Gnabry's decision is in Munich soon. Interesting. So Sky Germany then say that, right? Then I came out and said, yep, once a Gooner, always a Gooner. Gnabry deciding to snub Chelsea to stay at Arsenal. You love to see it, people. You absolutely love to see it. That is a great sight right there. Great sight right there. But yeah, moving on quickly to the final story of the day. If you guys don't already know, Martin Odegaard has been rewarded with the club captaincy this upcoming season. Martin Odegaard will be the club captain this upcoming season. We spoke about this yesterday on the show, right? So after speaking about that yesterday on the show, I seen some tweets and I just wanted to discuss who has to most to prove this upcoming season as an Arsenal player. Who do you feel has the most to prove? Now, I seen this tweet from my guy, Arsenal Presser, on Twitter. So I'm just gonna show you guys this tweet. You guys, let me know, who do you think has the most to prove as an Arsenal player next season? Could it be Ben White, Martin Odegaard, Kieran Tierney, Gabriel Jesus? Could it be Saliba, Eddie Nketiah, Bukayo Saka? Could it be Emil Smith Rowe or Martinelli or Mikel Arteta? Personally, I look at this list and I say to myself, Kieran Tierney, Saka, Martinelli don't have much to prove, right? You have Eddie Nketiah, who has to prove if he's good enough for the number 14 shirt. You have Gabriel Jesus, who has to prove that he's good enough to start and lead the line. You have Ben White, who has to prove that he was worth the 50 million. You have Saliba, who has to prove that he's worth the hype that he has gotten over the last couple of years. You have Odegaard, who's going to have to prove that he's up for the challenge of being Arsenal captain. ESR, who's going to have to prove that he wasn't a one-season wonder. And you're going to have Mikel Arteta, who's going to have the most to prove out of every single person in this team, in my opinion, as the Arsenal manager. If he doesn't prove that he is up to the level, he is the individual who I believe has the most to prove. But let me know what you guys think. Eddie has to prove he's worth his contract plus on reshirt. That's what people are saying. Igal, do you think these players will become Tottenham? Always sign them off us. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Odegaard as captain is lame. I think Odegaard as captain is a good signing. I mean, he's a good captain, guys. Let's not lie to ourselves. Odegaard is probably him and Kieran Tierney would be the two big choices for me, or Ramsdale. But since Tierney's not always fit and available, I get why Odegaard is the captain. And if Odegaard's not starting and Kieran Tierney is, I would think that Kieran Tierney would be second captain. I really do believe he would be second captain. Um, Harry, I saw Arteta looking at 3-5-2 in the second half, seeing Saliba in that, and I reckon Tavares will be better in that system. I don't know if Tavares is going to stick around. I don't know if Tavares is going to stick around, my friend. Honestly, we're going to have to wait and see what happens with Tavares. Lokonga has a lot to prove. That is true. Lokonga has to prove that he's up to scratch, up to this level. Definitely does have to prove that he's up to this level. Kieran Tierney has to prove that he doesn't have an injury record. Somebody said Thomas Partey has to prove something also. Yo, guys, stop that. That's not funny. Odegaard needs to step up in a big games. He's gone missing in big physical games. Has he gone missing in all the big games though? He showed up in the North London Derby. He showed up against Chelsea. He showed up against Man City. He showed up against he in the two Liverpool games he played terrible. He showed up in the game against at home versus Manchester United. So I'm just saying he has showed up. I beg you differ. Egal's question: who is listening or intimidated by Odegaard? Bro, I don't know if you've watched Odegaard's videos, but Odegaard is very, very much like one of those guys who speaks up a lot. He speaks up a lot in the dressing room, and he does speak up a lot, and he does yell and shout. 1 second. Odegaard's leadership. I'm telling you, Odegaard is captain material. He does always tell people where to go, where to stand, what to do. He's always like t- telling people where to be and what to do and where to stand and how to get there. 1 second, I'm trying to figure out where we can find this video. I'm telling you, Odegaard is captain material, man. I'm just trying to find the video because I'm telling you, I've seen him go out of his way and make sure people are in the right positions, making sure people are doing the right things, making sure he's calling people out, pushing them to say the right things and do the right things. And it's just, in my opinion, watching him for a while now, I can tell you that Martin Odegaard is going to take this captaincy and he's going to prove a lot of people wrong. He's going to prove a lot of people wrong because his captaincy is not going to be dependent on, oh, how we do and everything. His influence in the team is going to be the most important thing, and I feel like he will have a really good influence in the team. And Martin Odegaard, he gets disrespected for his leadership. Mike, I think he was mic'd up for a game. Was he not mic'd up for a game? Martin Odegaard, open mic. Yeah, check this out. Do you guys remember that game against West Ham where we were down 3-0? Martin Odegaard Martin Odegaard was captain that game. No, he wasn't captain that game, but he was basically like leading the team in that game, telling us how to do things, what to do, and everything. So yeah, just check this out. So you had situations where he was just clapping on the players, and he's always shouting, telling people where to stand, where to go, what to how to lead them. And he's like, you can even see incidents where it's like he's telling people go 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 go. I think he's talking to Bellerin in that situation there, right? You always have him. You always see him vocal. You always see him trying to create chances, trying to do stuff, trying to help the team. I'm not gonna lie to you. I get the shouts. I feel like people are forcing this hate on Odegaard, saying why is he not that good? I don't know, man. I think we're forcing it a little bit. We're forcing it. People are asking for the link. What's up, people? I'll send out the link. Not a problem. I definitely need to do a call-in show one of these days. I haven't been able to do many call-in shows, so my apologies. Haven't been able to do this call-in shows. You don't need to be intimidating or loud to be a good leader. That is true. That is true. I agree. Odegaard has proven, especially he's going to be a good captain. I wish him all the best. He's a captain for his club and country now. It's just something. It's food for thought. Food for thought. You know what I mean? Food for thought. I think he's going to be good. I think sometimes why not just wait and see. If you've ever been to a game, or if you've ever watched him closely throughout a 90 minutes, or you've listened to any of his open mics, he is somebody who is very, very, very adamant and when on the pitch, telling people where to go, telling people how to stand, telling people where to be, always moving, always instructing people on what to do, telling people who to press. He's always on Saka's ass, telling him pause. He's always on Saka, telling him to push, push, push. Look at Eduardo Higgins' recent tweet. What is his recent tweet? What is his recent tweet? I don't see it. I don't see anything from Eduardo. Let me see. Eduardo Higgins, recent tweet. What, the Freddie Paxton one? Oh, yeah. This is a good one. You want to see the crab stats, right? The crab stats comparisons between Tielemans and so as you can see here, the comparisons between the two players, you can see that in most scenarios, Lucas Paqueta, and when it comes to pressing, dribble completed, progressive passes, interceptions, ball recoveries, attack added, open play shots, almost in every area, statistically, except for passes into the final third and adjusted tackles. Pretty much almost every area he is much better than him in. Why is there no red one on this one? Interesting. But yeah, you can see it's not even close. He's pretty much clear in almost all of them. That is interesting to see. Interesting to see. Yo, guys, we have our first caller of the day. Big up Sahal. We haven't had him on in a while. Hope he's doing well. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up with Sahal. Sahal, how you feeling, man?
Yo, what's up, man? What's up?
Talk to me, Sahal. How you feeling about the summer? You still upset? You feeling better? You feeling good?
Yeah, bro, I feel good, man. I feel good, man. I'm a bit concerned, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
You think your boy Aziz is gonna get any shine this season?
Bro, I don't think he's gonna get he's not gonna play, man. Let's be honest. He's probably gonna be on loan. Let's be honest. Like, I don't think so. Like, I don't know what's going on with that midfield area. I don't know what the plan is. No clue whatsoever. But like, I'm not being negative, but they told me, I didn't say it. Edu told me, Arteta told me, right? They're gonna get the plays done before preseason. This Wednesday, they're leaving for preseason. And if you were to give me a list, Igal's list, right? Not Sahal's list, yeah? If you were to give me a list of your priority signings, we would have only done one, and that's Jesus as a striker. We have only done one, Igal. For me, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. No offense, Arsenal. Yes, our players are coming back. Yes, everyone's Jesus looks good. But come on, man. You could have moved on. Like, why are we waiting for Martinez all this time? Why are we waiting for what's his name? The other guy. There was another guy we were waiting for time for. I forgot there was another guy. There was Martinez and someone else. We were waiting for time for the replies. Oh, Rafinha. Even though there was no indication he was coming either. We were stuck on those two deals. Why do we not do the easy deals first and come back to them? Let's get the left back sorted. Yeah, the backup left back. Let's get the easy deals done. Okay, Tielemans maybe is not your number one option, but we still need improvement. Is he better than Granit Xhaka? Yes, he is. Let's get him in early, right?
Can I ask you, is this a rant or you kind of
No,
just
it's not rant. Is that not? How's that rant? Come on, Igal. Even you have to admit. Come on, Igal. Let's be honest to yourself. Is this summer right now good enough? Be honest. Yes or no?
No, bro. It's not done.
No, but is it good enough right now? Did they not tell us they want to get these players done before preseason starts? Preseason starting Wednesday. They're flying out Wednesday. It's starting on Friday.
Okay.
This week.
1 second.
Go on.
I agree that we haven't gotten all our first targets done. But the fact that we have, sorry, it's moving mad. Your mic's moving mad. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I did say, is this a rant? Because I want to know, like, are you upset about the fact that we haven't gotten all our signings done before preseason? Because I've already come to the realization we weren't going to get all our signings done before preseason. I'm just happy that we've gotten Gabriel Jesus over the line. I'm happy that we've actually brought in some squad depth throughout with Fabio Vieira. I'm not too bothered by the Marquinhos signing at this moment in time, but to say this has been an absolute failure of a window so far, the window's not over. We still have a lot of time to go. I'm not panicked. There's other clubs that haven't even made their first official signing yet, and you're out here panicking. There's no need to panic, bro. It's calm. I'm calm. Like, I don't know about you, Ben. How you doing, Ben?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing
good.
Good
shirt.
I'm
liking the new shirt.
Thanks, man. It's been a while. How you been? Haven't heard from you in a minute. How you been, man?
Well, I've been busy. I was at Silverstone, getting red, watching the Formula One. So yeah, looking forward to the new season. Like the friendly the other day was quite a good match.
Definitely. What do you think about the Saliba news?
I think I've told you before. I had no panic. I think people just get too panicky about things. I think it was always in our hands. Obviously, don't get too carried away until we've actually had confirmation. But it's always been in our hands. His contract was still had 2 years to run. Even if he'd have gone, we'd have got a good fee for him. If he'd have stayed, or better. Do you know what I mean? And hopefully he's going to offer some good competition for Ben White and Gabriel. I think it'll actually help them too. I think I think our back line at the moment is looking quite good, quite exciting. And even if you know, we might even have to bring, you know, the worst defender we're gonna have to bring on is Rob Holding. And that's not a bad place to be, because Rob Holding is not as bad as what people make him out to be. Hopefully he doesn't have to come on, but that's the worst defender we've got at the moment. Which, you know, our best defender was Mustafi a few seasons ago, so that's quite an improvement, isn't it? So yeah, and I think the summer's going okay. I think I can understand people getting frustrated because they want everything to happen straight away, but this ain't FIFA. You know what I mean? As long as we've got our first 11. Right, and we've got our main striker ready to go for the first game. Brilliant. And if a few signings come in after that, or we get a few signings before that, stop worrying. We're getting more signings. It's all pointing that way, isn't it? So I think people are just getting a bit. I think people need to just chill out a little bit. So
okay. So Ben, big up to you guys. Thank you for coming on. I think I'm actually going to do a call-in show one of these days. Actually get everybody back on together. But thank you for coming on, man. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Big up to everyone in the chat. It's been a good stream, and we're off.
yeah.